Today on America's Court with Judge Ross.
I said relaxing and enjoying my company.
Right.
Here, I have the bill. I have the bill from the.
I did.
And that's what she did.
I did.
She
Thank
was
you.
like,
Yeah, well, she went way overboard. Exactly. That's what she was doing, way overboard.
in my courtroom, it's about equity and fairness. Stop. Is that true? I don't want you to understand. I want you to overstand.
Yes, sir.
That's why they pay me the big bucks. Justice should be more than just some foreign concept. I actually want you to learn something. That's not gonna happen. Not up in here, not today. And boom goes the dynamite.
Fair, firm, compassionate. This is America's Court with Judge Ross. William Luster claims his girlfriend made excessive charges to their hotel bill when they celebrated her birthday and says it ruined the weekend getaway to the wine country. Mr. Luster is suing Danielle Smith in the amount of $700.
All rise. Remain standing and come to order. This court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Kevin Ross presiding. All parties have been sworn, Your Honor.
Third, get up, Thomas. Mr. Luster, sir, what's poppin'? Talk to me.
I am William Luster. I'm here suing my ex-girlfriend
Yes.
for $700 because she racked up a bunch of fees on the trip that we took.
The trip involved the two of you?
Yes.
Was the understanding that you were going to be covering the costs?
I had it all planned out, and I told her she didn't have to worry about it.
Stop. She's like, why am I even here? We can just wrap this up right now. He told me I didn't have to worry about it. You just said I don't have to worry about it.
Yep.
Why is she having to worry about it now?
Yep.
Because I'm really particular about what I spend my money on.
Okay.
And so I had our spa. We went to this winery in North California.
Very nice. So
There's
there involved
there's
a
a spa there.
wine tasting.
Yeah, wine tasting, a tour of the winery, and then I even booked a honeymoon suite for us.
Oh,
Which
you going-
wasn't that nice of a suite, just to say.
And how much did you pay for it?
I did not.
She didn't pay anything. I paid $410 a night.
It's like, I'm sorry, you paid how much?
$410 a night.
It just seems a little non-appreciative of the effort that he was making.
Exactly. Thank you.
Is it me?
I was told from the beginning that all I had to do was enjoy myself. I actually have text
enjoy
receipts.
herself, not spend all of my money.
Well, wait a minute. You make it sound like those things are mutually exclusive. When someone says, all you got to do is enjoy yourself.
Exactly.
I'm thinking,
It's all taken care of.
it's on.
It's all taken care of. Exactly.
It's
and
on.
It was also
Whatever
a
I'm going to
birthday
order,
trip.
whatever treatments, whatever bottles of
Thank you.
wine, whatever
Thank you.
desserts, whatever. I buy some little tchotchkes
Exactly.
because all you got to do is have a good time.
Exactly.
Okay, well, here's the thing. She knows how I am about my finances.
Okay. Did you say to her, all you got to do is have a good time?
Here, you have the text, right?
I would love to show you.
Judge Thomas, read
I would
the
love to
text
show you.
for me and make sure I'm not misinterpreting what I'm hearing.
Yes, please.
So you're in the light blue, right?
I am in the light blue.
Okay. Babe, this trip is going to be off the chain! Exclamation point. If you say so, I'm just happy we get to spend time together. I hooked this up with the honeymoon suite. All you need to worry about is relaxing and enjoying my company. Well, I definitely know how to do both of those things. I'm so excited! Exclamation point.
I said relaxing and enjoying my company.
Right.
Here, I have the bill. I have the bill from the.
I did.
And that's what she did.
I did.
She
Thank
was
you.
like,
Yeah, well, she went
Here we
way
go.
overboard. Exactly. That's what she was
Exactly.
doing, way overboard.
It was
And
my birthday present. It was literally the
No, I
only
have the-
thing that
I
he
have
had
the bill
planned
right
that
here.
See
year.
these?
was this her birthday?
It was her 25th birthday.
Oh, come on, bruh. And you're suing because what? She went over budget?
Yes,
She went over budget $700, and so you're suing her for that.
I am.
Really?
Okay. I grew up.
Really?
I grew up without a lot of money. Okay, my family, we really struggled, but my family went off spending money that they didn't even have.
Okay.
They were just buying stuff and they didn't think about it. And I'm an accountant. I think about my money. And eventually my parents, they got foreclosed from their home. They got kicked out because they couldn't pay the mortgage because they went off just spending everything. And I promised myself that I wouldn't let that happen to myself. And that's why I'm so particular about what I spend.
But it's
does
not
that
the reason
have
we're
to
here.
do with anything we're talking about here? It's not like you're saying to me, Judge, I said you cannot go over X dollar amount, and she exceeded it. Therefore, she needs to pay me back.
There was never an expectation.
All you need to worry about is relaxing and enjoying my company. That's what you said. Mm-hmm. Is that you writing that?
That is me writing that.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't say, well, babe, you know my humble beginnings and what happened with the family and how we lost the farm when I was 7 and we had to sell chickens on the side of the road.
Okay, well, I bought her.
Ultimately, this is why you cannot have that extra bottle of wine.
Coming up on America's Court.
Oh, it took you driving back to, you were like, I'm gonna break up with him once he gets me back home.
Yeah, he gives me the ride and then it's good.
No, Mama didn't raise no dummies, and you ain't gonna leave me stranded up here in this wine country.
And later,
Your Honor, he didn't bother
He's
to get a
still talking
job.
to me, Dad. Because if you didn't want him to be with your daughter, and he's no longer with your daughter, mission accomplished. You got what you wanted.
if you'll be in the Los Angeles area and want to bring your case to court, call 1-888-552-6878. This is America's Court with Judge Ross. America's Court is back with the case of William Luster, who is suing Danielle Smith for $700.
We were there 2 days. She went and bought 4 bottles of wine that were $150 each.
Okay.
Who drinks 4 bottles of wine in 2 days?
I drank them as a celebration with all the people that we were meeting because you were too afraid to go off and do anything with
She drank
us.
them with, she drank them with random
bottles-
people.
He wasn't even there?
The
you
first
could have
night.
at least poured him a glass.
The first, I tried. The first night that we got
He
there,
did not
there
try.
was a beautiful bottle in the room. He said, oh, look, I got this special for us. I thought, again, it came in the room because everything was taken care of. And then I find out, okay, well, if he likes it, I like it. It's our special weekend. It's my birthday.
Right.
Let's have a good time. So I go to the front desk and I ask them, but all they asked me for was my room number. I had no idea of the price. He wasn't telling me anything about the finances.
Yeah, just go off, spend the money, give him the
Because
room
you
number.
told me it was taken care of. Why would I go and try to go behind your back
What would
when
you
I
have
know
done
that
if
you're
it was
sensitive
your
about
money?
your money?
I just have
Would
one
you
question.
go off sharing this with so many strangers?
So my
Exactly.
question
$150
is not
bottle of
going to
wine?
be answered because I'm having a question. I'm just sort of sitting here. I don't know, call me silly, but I have a question. Why are we here?
Because I want the $700 that she spent.
Why $700? Why not half the cost of the trip? Was she told that there was a set dollar amount that she couldn't exceed?
No.
I did not tell her, but I was planning
Then
on...
how would she have a reasonable belief and certainty that she had exceeded what the budget was if you didn't tell her that there was a budget?
Who in their right mind buys 4 bottles of wine in 2 days?
You're not answering my question. Did you know that he had issues with money?
Yes.
Did it come up in other conversations?
Yes.
So this is not surprising to you.
The way that he is protective of his money is not surprising to me. The way that he handled it and the screaming in my face in front of other people at the hotel was very surprising and very upsetting, and the reason why we're here, apparently.
You were screaming and this was going on
So
during the birthday weekend itself?
yes, the very end of it, we had a beautiful weekend.
Because what I'm not following is, did something happen during the, because it sounds like it would have been a great trip and you all would have had a lovely time.
I thought it was, and then we got to the checkout, and I was standing outside with our bags, and I was putting them in the car, and he comes out, and he's all up in arms and yelling at me, and again, in front of all these other guests who are checking in, and demanding that I go put my credit card down for the birthday present that he offered me and told me that was taken care of. And I had no idea what was happening because, again, I didn't have any information on what was going on and didn't know any of the fees that were incurred. So how am I supposed to know that it's extra money? And then you're demanding from me that I go and put my card down? That's ridiculous.
So what did you say?
I shut down, I said nothing, and I got in the car.
And then what happened?
We drove back, and then we broke up.
Oh, it took you driving back to, you were like, I'm gonna break up with him once he gets me back home.
Yeah, he gives me the ride, and then it's good.
Mama didn't raise no dummies. You
Yeah.
ain't gonna leave me stranded up here in this wine country.
No, because I thought that wasn't going to be the end, and then he clearly did not let it go, and that was it.
Would you consider resuming a relationship with
No.
him?
Not after this.
Like,
No.
no.
No, I mean,
Well, I wouldn't consider it either.
that's not what he asked.
Okay, See, that's why.
I like her.
Okay.
I think you may have concluded to end this too soon. Because if you're so focused on stocks and bonds and Bitcoin and 401k, and it's like, meanwhile, you're young and you've got life ahead of you. So the $700, I take it, reflects the wine and what else?
An extra spa treatment she got. I scheduled us to have the basic 60-minute.
The audacity of her to be at a spa and want an additional spa treatment.
God forbid I get hot stones.
What do you even do with hot stones? An essential
You
oils?
enjoy yourself like you told me to.
What did the essential oils do for you? Was it worth $60 extra?
I don't know.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you don't know. Would you have paid for it if it was your money?
Oh my God. Wow. Okay, so you want her to pay for the cost of oils, a spa treatment, wine. Is that it?
Yes, everything extra that she added to the bill.
Okay.
Which I was told would be taken care of.
I think you've made that clear. Based on the evidence and the testimony before this court, that's not going to happen. The gavel is going to come down in favor of the defendant. Because if nothing else, your own words sealed the deal here. All you need to worry about is relaxing and enjoying my company. She did that. Your matter's dismissed.
I mean, she also enjoyed the company of others with the wine.
Your matter's
Thank
dismissed.
you, Your Honor.
Your matter's dismissed. They say it takes you 3 times to hear something. Did you hear that?
I heard it about 5 times, yes.
Good. You'll hear the 6th. Your matter's dismissed. Case
Thank
closed.
you, Your Honor.
Judge Ross has ruled in favor of the defendant. The plaintiff's case has been dismissed.
Was it worth it? Was it worth it? All the fees and all the time?
Do you have to say that twice? Twice?
Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
He said
I
3
did.
times. Say it again.
Yeah. Was it worth it?
Yes.
Coming up on America's Court with Judge Ross.
I can't stress enough how much of a complete accident this was. And
Let's assume that's true.
Sorry?
Let's assume that's true.
Yes.
Why aren't you responsible for the damage?
This is America's Court with Judge Ross. Glenn Newman claims his daughter's good-for-nothing boyfriend set off a fire sprinkler and says his living room suffered water damage as a result. Mr. Newman is suing Kellen Ryder in the amount of $2,000.
Mr. Newman, you had some water damage to your apartment that you feel Mr. Ryder should pay for.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Prove your case, sir.
I'm a single father of a daughter.
Is this your daughter here?
Yes, she is.
Ma'am, come on up. What's your first name?
Sarah?
Sarah. All right, Sarah.
She unfortunately dated this man for the last 4 years.
All right, well, let me hear from her. Did you date Mr. Ryder for 4 years?
Yes.
That's a long time.
Yes.
Why did you stay together in this dating relationship for 4 years?
A sense of security,
Okay.
Your Honor.
That usually is the case, yes. How recent has it been since the two of you broke up?
Around the time of the incident, so about 8 months
This
ago.
incident didn't help with the relationship.
No, it was my final straw.
I've been spending a lot of time with the Newmans. Mr. Ryder, let me hear from you. Let's talk about Sarah first. What do you think Dad's issue was with you?
I could never get his approval for anything. I was never good enough. It didn't matter that I was doing well and on the football team.
That's
didn't
not
matter.
true. He was
I'm hearing
unmotivated.
him tell me what he thinks.
I could never meet eye to eye with this man.
And Your Honor, he didn't bother
He's
to get
still
a job.
talking to me, Dad. Because if you didn't want him to be with your daughter and he's no longer with your daughter, mission accomplished. You got what you wanted. So that sort of sets the table for me in terms of why we're here. Let's talk about that.
Coming up on America's Court.
That's not why you said that.
Well, I certainly didn't ask.
You said that to get under his skin. Because you don't like him.
This is America's Court with Judge Ross. America's Court is back with the case of Glenn Newman, who is suing Kellen Ryder for property damage.
I tried to engage him in conversation, And one of the things we have in common is football. He played in high school. And so I have a football that I have in the house just because of my football days. And so it was at one of my work tables, desk tables. And, you know, I tossed it to him. And I tossed it underhanded to him. And, you know, I actually said something about weak arm. And the reason I said that was to try to get him to start thinking more forward and thinking as far as responsibility.
No, that's not why you said that.
Well, I certainly didn't ask.
You said that to get under his skin because you don't like him. I get it. You were being a dad.
Yeah, I was being a dad.
Right, so you throw a football at him,
and to be fair,
and you pass it back, and what happens?
The pass was not received. Unfortunately, it went a little high, and it hit a sprinkler in the living room.
I never once told him to throw the ball back to me. If he had tossed it back, that'd be a different story. He didn't toss it back. He threw it with all his might and caused it to actually spray all over my living room, which actually ended up spraying all over my couch, all over the floor. So I didn't want to come to court here initially. I wanted to try to work it out with him and have him accept some responsibility for the damage.
I completely see the entire scenario. Why aren't you responsible for the damage?
So this, I can't stress enough how much of a complete accident this was. And
let's assume that's true.
Sorry?
Let's assume that's true.
Yes.
Why aren't you responsible for the damage?
This is the unfortunate culmination of 4 years of just being absolutely tested by this man. And
why are you not responsible for the damage?
I'm not responsible for the damage because all of the other sprinkler heads in this apartment are guarded by a cage unit, a protective guard. And I don't want to make too many assumptions, but
let's make one.
I feel like this man has been wanting to take me to court for 4 years.
Judge Ross's verdict when America's Court returns. This is America's Court with Judge Ross.
All right. Were there protective guards on the other sprinkler heads?
Yes, I have 4 of them in the bedrooms and another room like a study room.
Why wasn't there one on this one?
You know, when I got the apartment, there wasn't one up there.
How long have you lived there?
We've lived there at least 6 years.
All right, and in the 6 years, you've never had the additional guard on that one?
No, the landlord never came around.
Okay.
It wasn't anything.
And it's not your place, and it's unreasonable to conclude that a tossed football would end up causing that sort of damage, but you caused it. Based on the evidence and the testimony before this court, the gavel has to come down in favor of the plaintiff.
Mr. Newman completely antagonized this event.
You've already said that.
Well, I'd like to clarify how the situation
It's not unclear to me.
Your Honor?
No. Anything else?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Judgment in favor of the plaintiff, you will pay him that $2,000. That is the order. Case closed.
All rise.
Judge Ross has ruled in favor of the plaintiff. The defendant has been ordered to pay $2,000.
Finally, no one's going to carry the water for you. You got what you deserve.
Sarah, I seriously wish you some luck with the next guy.
This has been a production of Allen Media Group.